How's it going? Ace here from the old Paracow store, and today we're doing a video on a 1940 Buick. We got this Buick out of the shed a few weeks ago, and my iPhone shit itself, so I lost all the footage of getting it out of the shed. But it'd been in the shed for best part of 40 years. So the first thing we did was, when we dragged it out, we tried to free up the motor. I've lost the footage of that too. We got under there with a crowbar on the flywheel, took the cover off the flywheel, and got under there with a crowbar. And if you pry off the gearbox mount on the flywheel, it gives you 10 times or probably 100 times more pressure than trying to put a bar on the bolt on the front of the crankshaft. And doesn't matter how stuck they are, they'll move, or they'll never move again. So that's how we do that. And we freed it up. We moved it a couple of mil at a time. We oiled the bores first, obviously. This car was lucky; it never had the plugs taken out of it, so the bores stayed pretty good, obviously. So we moved it, we freed it up, we were gentle about it, but slowly moved more and more till we got a full rotation. Then we got it turning over on the starter, and then we went ahead and got spark and petrol and all that. And so this video is the first start of this 48 Buick straight 8 in probably 40 years. This one was stored in a barn, whereas our 39 was obviously stored in a shed, and it was probably been started up every year for like the first 15 years or something like that, because it just run real good straight out of the without trying very hard. This one was a lot harder. We had to oil the bores to get compression, enough compression for it to fire, but you'll see that in the video. Right, we're going to try and get the Buick going today. We're going to stick it on a tote tank, get some fuel in the carby. It doesn't look too bad, but we'll see if we can get it to squirt some petrol. We've freed the valves up. We've got compression, enough to kick our finger out on each cylinder. It's been in the shed for best part of 40 years. This car, it's a 1940 Buick Super, twin side mounts. I think it was came over with the US Army. I think its first paint was army green. We'll do a bit of research there though, but I think that's the colour we're going to repaint it. She's a big job. There's not a lot left of these side mounts, but we're just going to chip away at it. First thing we're going to do, 40 years in the shed, see if it will run. Then we're just going to start patching panels. And I've pulled the guard off here, and we're going to do one spot at a time, which will be this whole internal arch, and probably the back quarter panel into the door. And then I think we'll work our way around through the boot, or maybe do the other side. Get the boot floor pan, get all the back done, and just slowly work our way through it. There's still a bit of original paint up under that guard. Give her a quick clean up, but there's extensive rust to do. But first things first, we'll see if we can get it going. We've cleaned the plugs up. No point putting new plugs in it. At this stage we just want to see if it runs and how good it runs, and if we have to rebuild the engine or it might just go good enough with a clean up. So we're just cleaning up. These are old plugs, real old plugs, but they're in fairly good nick and arguably better than new plugs I've found. So we're cleaning them up. It had leads. Distributor's done a few million miles, but I think it'll spark. We're going to find rotors because we've got one rotor between about 4 cars now. And yeah, we'll clean the rest of these plugs up, stick them in. And the distributor's in it. I don't think too many people have mucked around with it. It looks pretty original. So the points don't look too bad. We'll give them a tickle up, put a battery in it, see if we can get some spark. And hopefully no one's been mucking around with it, no. So if it was running when it went in, it should run when it now. Compression, spark, fuel, it should go. Right, got all those there plugs in, cleaned up, put in. Now we'll have a go at this distributor, and we'll put a battery on it. We'll clean those points up, clean the distributor a bit, and we'll see if we can get some spark there. We get spark there, that's half the battle. We've got spark there. One odd thing, no serial number on the block. Might have been ground off, who knows. So we'll see if there's some spark. Should be touching there, is it going to spark? Yeah, we've got some pretty good spark on the point there. Sweet! Right, petrol. Firing order. There might go. Right, we've hooked the old soak tank up. So we've got petrol in the petrol bowl. That's always a good sign. We can feel it going into the carby. Hopefully it's not going to all start leaking out. Whoa! So that must be full in. Right, and we've got it dribbling inside it. That's probably not a good thing. So yeah, we'll have to stop that. Right, so that tells us that our float is stuck because it's not stopping the fuel. So and we've got no. Oh yeah, you start to pump gas. Float's definitely stuck. We might try and give it a fire and then see what happens. I think the float's definitely stuck because it's over fueling, but we're squirting, so the pumps are working. So I think we'll try and fire it, see if we can get it to spark up. And yeah, if that works, and we'll hook the toke tank up, see if it frees the valve, stops the carb over fueling. Otherwise we'll have to whip the top off. Just go a little better, but I think no, we're wearing our battery out for nothing. Wait till the jumper leads get here. But I think we've got the timing closer. Trying to go. Nearly. You nearly went. There's the oil coming out. It's definitely a fire though. Starters with it. How's it?
Good.
And then we're going to fully restore this car. So when we got this car, you would have thought, not a bad looking car, everything was there, a bit of rust in it, good project. Well, you wouldn't have wanted to pay much for this car because the work in this is intense, and it's a bonus the motor goes and runs well, and it was driven into the shed, so everything else should work. Brakes are easy enough, but the body work, even though it didn't look all that bad, the doors are pretty sweet, the floor pans are not too bad. It is just a huge amount of work, so we're going to do 8 hours a week on this car till we finish it. And so if you want to follow us along, and we'll show you what it takes and how long it will take to do 8 hours a week on a car to restore it. So this could be like a couple of year video because there's a lot of work in this car. So yeah, thanks for watching. We've got plenty of other videos coming up. I've got the iPhone back. We're slowly working out the bugs. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, mate.